All right, let's get this started. Let me get some lights on here for you. Boom, there we go. What is up, guys? Welcome to Teachable Tuesday. It is officially the 11th of July, and today we're going to be diving into what's called hashtag training, and we're going to be diving into three of the major platforms: Instagram, Facebook, as well as TikTok, and reviewing hashtags, what hashtag to use for your video. So I'm going to let everybody in. If you guys are watching the replay over on the YouTube channel, make sure that you guys, number one, smash that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And number two, go ahead and ring the bell icon and get notified anytime we post new content, which is every single week here on the YouTube channel, just for you guys and the funnel team. So I'm going to let everybody in and we're going to get this party started. So here we go. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, all right, all right, all right. Boom. Look at that. Everybody piling on in. What's up, guys? What's up? As usual, guys, do me a favor, pop a comment in there and let me know where you guys are popping in from. Look at that, Albert, first to the punch. No surprise there. Good to see you. Get those comments coming in. Obviously, guys, too, make sure that you guys keep your microphones muted as we get this party started. But we got a really good, solid training for you guys tonight that I'm looking forward to. I'm actually going to be sharing my phone for most of tonight's training. So, because it really just has to do with your videos and the three major platforms that we are focusing on right now, which is TikTok, Instagram, as well as Facebook Reels. And we got a lot of questions on hashtags and what hashtag you should be using, how many hashtags you should be using, the differences between hashtags on Instagram versus Facebook versus TikTok. And, we're going to go over all that information with you guys tonight. And I'm going to share a document with you guys tonight. And obviously you guys will get this at the end of tonight's training, so you guys can use this as reference. Now, really quick, a couple of quick updates. I'm going to be flying solo tonight. Kirsty is still on a 2-week vacation with her family out in Maui. So shout out to them, and hopefully they are really enjoying themselves. I'm sure they are. And a couple other things I want to go over too, guys, is I covered this yesterday for those of you guys that were on Mindset Monday. Now, really quick, if you guys caught Mindset Monday yesterday, or you guys caught the replay over at mindsetmondayreplays.com, just comment the word Monday. Okay, comment the word Monday right now if you guys caught Mindset Monday yesterday, either live in the Facebook group or you guys watched the replay. So awesome. Lots of Monday comments coming in. Good to see that you guys are staying plugged in. Awesome. So some of the things I covered, which I'll go over again with you guys right now, is really quick. We're continuing to update the team training site, adding new training in there. I do want to highlight one specific area for you guys that if you guys have not seen this yet, you take the time and go check this out, because we have redone a lot of the training in our team training site. So in other words, basically from the top down, in the last couple of months, or really in the last 30 days, we've redone, all of this training right here. Okay. So the funnel team app, we added new videos, fast start guide, part 1 and part 2, what to do when you get a sale, a couple new videos in there, and the deep dive training. Really, this is what I want to just kind of highlight right now. Okay. Deep dive training. There's a lot of really great information in there about Facebook and, Facebook Reels, what to do on Facebook, how to reply on Facebook, all that stuff. And also we have a brand new TikTok deep dive training. So if you guys are using TikTok to build and grow your business, then you definitely may want to go check out that training there, because there's a lot of really great information in there. Okay. So just wanted to highlight that real quick. Give me 1 second. Got obviously more people looking to join. All right, boom. There we go. So another thing I want to just mention too, and this is important, and just kind of for an understanding. All right. How many of you guys got started, let's just say in the last 30 days? So if you came in, we'll just call it in the month of June or July, do me a favor, just comment the number 30. Okay. If you guys got started in the month of June or July, comment the number 30. So man, look at that. Look at all those comments coming in. Now, I'm going to veer off track here for 1 second. Okay. First off, shout out to everybody that's new. Shout out for all of you guys that are commenting 30. A lot of you guys that are showing up. You guys are plugging in. You're coming here to the training. That is awesome. Now, here's a big hint. Here's a big hint. Okay. And this is, I can't get any more serious than this. What I want you to be able to do is in December, in March of 2024, in June of 2024, when we say, hey, who's been here for 12 months? I want you to be commenting then. Now is great. But I want you to be commenting, 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now. That is how you're going to create the income. That is how you're going to break free. That is how you're going to create awesome, epic, and amazing results, is by staying plugged in and staying with it. Okay. That is the actual key to long-term success right there. Sticking with it, not giving up, and making sure that you guys show up and continue to show up all the time. All right. So I hope that makes sense. So thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you. And we're going to get going here. So this is also important too, for everybody that commented 30, right? You guys got started in June or July. These two trainings right here, we have Fast Start Guide Part 1, Fast Start Guide Part 2. I want to explain this in a really simple and easy to understand way. Okay. Just so we're kind of all on the same page. And those of you guys that have been around for a while can also be explaining this to your new members as you get new members who join and get plugged in and may have questions. Okay. Fast Start Guide Part 1 is what you do in your first 24 hours. Okay. That should be what you're doing in your first 24 hours. Fast Start Guide Part 2 is after your first 24 hours. That's the easiest way to put it. Easiest way to understand it. Okay. So Part 1 is your first 24 hours. Part 2 is after. Hopefully, by the time you guys get to Part 2, you've completed everything in Part 1. If you have not completed everything in Part 1, meaning that you haven't set up a forwarding domain, you haven't created 5 pieces of content in your first 24 hours, or you haven't created 5 new pieces of content, then go back to Fast Start Guide Part 1, get those things done. Then you can move on to Fast Start Guide Part 2. Then a lot of that will make a lot more sense. But if you're the type of person that just likes to binge watch, and treat this like Netflix or Hulu and just watch video after video after video after video after video after video after video, and you take no action, you're going to get no results. So action is the key here, guys. Okay. All right. Anyway, just wanted to highlight a couple of things there. Now, the other things that we have going on, guys, is I told you guys that yesterday on Mindset Monday that I'm in the process of building out a new funnel, in the process of building a new VSL. And a VSL is basically a video, a sales video. It's the video that, your leads watch when they opt into the funnel, and they watch a video presentation on, whether or not they want to join the funnel team and join Savings Highway, just like you. That's the video presentation that I'm making a new version of now. And it's not to say that the old one is bad. The old one's awesome. It still converts really, really well. It's not going anywhere. It's always going to be there. But we're also making a newer, updated version that has a lot of kind of today's lingo. I recorded another version. So to give you guys a little like inside baseball, what I do is I go through, I write the script, and I'll actually show you a sneak peek, because I think it's really cool I want to kind of include you guys on the overall process. Guys, also do me a favor and make sure that your mics are muted, please. So that way we don't get any background noise. So I'll share my screen. I want to kind of show you guys, what I've been doing for the last few days. And I know this is a tangent from the hashtag training that we're going to be doing tonight, but I like showing you guys this stuff because I want you guys to know like what goes on behind the scenes. So you guys just kind of have an idea of what we're working on behind the scenes when, we're not out doing these live trainings, right? So this is a script that I just started writing literally yesterday. I banged it all out. It's literally 8 pages. And, I'm not going to sit here and read it word for word, but, you can see where we're going to be inserting testimonials multiple times throughout the script there. But there's going to be multiple testimonials in here, and it's about 8 pages long, and the video itself is going to be about 10 minutes long. But I literally wrote all of this yesterday in about 20 to 25 minutes because inspiration just struck, it hit me, and I went through and I literally just cranked it all out. So I've gone through in the last couple of days and I've recorded the voiceover. And so you guys know and understand how it works is for all of our sales videos, I record the voiceover first, meaning, you know, I get to my microphone right here and I have the script in front of me and I read it through and I take that and then we put it into iMovie and then I start editing some stuff on top of it, some B-roll and whatever. And I get a base, what's called like a base layer. You know, we have the voiceover, we have the testimonials in there. We have some other small things that I know I want in there. And then I take the whole thing and I get it off to a professional editor, and the editor goes and basically fills in all the pockets and puts in the B-roll. They put the wording on the screen and they spruce it up a little bit, right? So we're in that process right now. So I'm very, very excited about where it's going. I'm very excited about the lingo that we're using, the flow. It's got a really good feel to it. And it really, in my humble opinion, it really spells out the business opportunity really, really well. So very excited about that. Can't wait to get it to you guys. No promises as to when you're going to see it. Sorry, but my goal is to have it ready at some point in August. I don't know when that's going to be, but that's my goal. But the editing process does take a very long time. But we're going to be working behind the scenes to try to get this done as fast as we can. But at the same point, I don't want to rush it. I don't want to give you something that's forced. I want it to feel awesome the entire time. If I get to a point where it's feeling forced or it's feeling rushed, I need to slow down. You guys remember this phrase, write this down, make a note. Sometimes you got to slow down to go fast. Okay. So I know we want to get content out there. We want to get new VSLs out there. We want to get new funnels out there. We want to, you know, have all this stuff going on, but sometimes you got to slow down, take a breath, make sure, you know, what you're doing is accurate. You know, there's good energy there. And then you can produce a really great product, or you can produce really great content when you're in that energy, when you're in that flow state. Okay. So we're going to dive into it now. I'm going to share my phone and we're going to dive into the hashtag training here. Well, first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys the document and just kind of go over a couple things. And then I'm going to share my phone and just kind of walk you guys through what this is going to look like as you guys are, you know, basically on your phone. Okay. So first things first, let me share my screen here. There we go. Boom. All right, cool. Thumbs up if you guys can see my screen. Just want to make sure we're coming in okay there. All right, I see thumbs up. Cool. Thank you. So a couple of rules when it comes to hashtags. Now, these rules that I'm sharing with you guys pretty much apply to all of the platforms. Okay. So whether you guys are using Instagram, so I'll even just kind of put in parentheses here, right? Applies to all platforms. Okay. Did I lose my cursor there? Yep. All right. Hang on. Applies to all platforms. There we go. All right. So whether you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, whatever it is, here's a good general rule for you and where you're at. Now, if a lot of you guys have just gotten started with us, and you guys are new and you guys haven't been out there, you know, actively promoting, then chances are a lot of you guys have less than 5,000 followers on any of the platforms, whether it be, you know, followers on Facebook, followers on TikTok, Insta, whatever, right? So if you have 0 to 5,000 followers, now keep in mind, a lot of this stuff, guys, this is a guide. This isn't written in stone. This isn't, you know, you don't have to like live by this. It's a guide. So as I go through this document, as if you find a hashtag that really resonates with you and you really want to use it, but it doesn't fit into one of these categories, you can still use it. Again, this is just a guide. Okay. But on average, if you have 0 to 5,000 followers, you roughly want to be using hashtags. Okay. Why is this? There we go. you roughly want to be using hashtags that have less than 250,000 views. Okay. I'm not going to go through every single one of these because I'm going to hang out where kind of most of you guys are right now. If you have 5 to 15,000 followers, you're going to use hashtags that have on average less than 500,000 views, less than 500,000 views. Now, why is this important? This is important because let me give you an example. If you, let's say you're just getting started, right? And you have 0 to 20 followers, right? And you go to use a hashtag, you put a video out there and you go to use, as an example, I'll use a really popular hashtag, right? Hashtag make money online. This hashtag has roughly, I'm just guessing, but it's got about 5 billion views. Okay. 5 billion views. That's just a guess, but it's somewhere crazy high like that. So think about this. You're a brand new creator, and it doesn't matter what platform, could be any of the 3 major platforms. Okay. If you go to use a hashtag that has billions of views, it's going to do you absolutely no good. It's not going to help your video 1 iota at all. Okay. However, if you use a hashtag that has maybe 20,000 views, 50,000 views, whatever, that has a much higher percentage, a much better chance of helping your video get seen versus, when you use a hashtag that has 3 billion views, this is the equivalent. Okay. You're going to go to, I want you guys to picture like the biggest lake you could possibly picture. Lake Tahoe, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, right? Like a giant, huge lake, like enormous. I won't go as big as the ocean, but a giant lake. Okay. And your video is a golf ball. Okay. Your video is a golf ball. And you took your video and you threw it into the middle of that lake, and you would hope someone would find it. That's the equivalent of using a hashtag that has billions of views when you're a small creator on these platforms. You're literally just going to get lost in a flood, lost in a sea of billions of other videos. So it's essentially pointless to be using that type of hashtag. But again, remember, this is a guide. And if you really, really, really want to do it, go ahead and do it. I'm just telling you that it's not going to help your video. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. If that makes sense, do me a favor, comment makes sense. If you guys are smelling what I'm stepping in, catching what I'm throwing, picking up what I'm putting down. All right, good. So what you guys want to be doing, okay, is on average, you want to be finding hashtags that fit into this type of pocket right here. Less than 250,000 views, less than 200,000 views, somewhere in that pocket. All right. You don't necessarily, now I'm going to speak out of the other side of my mouth here. Okay. Speaking onto both sides. The other alternative is you also want to use hashtags that have more than, say, I'd say the lowest I would go, my own personal opinion, the lowest I would go would be about 10,000 views. I really wouldn't go below that because you want to use hashtags that have some traction. And let's say you created your own hashtag and nobody had used it. Again, it's really not going to help you, because where the hashtags come into play is these are other people that are searching these hashtags, or other video content creators that have these hashtags, and you're going to get grouped into those same, you might get grouped into that same news feed or that same rotation as some of these other users that are using the same hashtags. Okay. So if you're using a hashtag that, let's say has 30,000 views, 50,000 views, whatever it is, there's a much higher chance of that hashtag helping your video versus not helping your video. Okay. So again, just kind of hope all this makes sense, right? Now, let's move down. 3 types of hashtags that you want to be using. All right. 3 different types of hashtags. So give you the example. This is how I learned to do it. Now there's other ways of looking at this, but again, this is the way I do it. And Kirsty's way might be a little different. Catherine's way might be a little different. Bill's way, other people's way might be a little different. I'm just telling you how I learned it. And the person that I learned it from has over 1 million followers, and her views and her videos get literally hundreds of thousands of views. And she's making about $50,000 a month, all from TikTok. So that's someone that I take advice from. Okay. Cause they have, you know, they're crushing what I want to be able to do on TikTok and social media. So the way that she explained it is use 3 different types or 3 different styles of hashtag. Okay. So the 3 different types are this, right? One is a hashtag about who you are. The other question is, which we're going to get into too, is how many hashtags should you be using per video? Okay. So I'm going to cover that before I go through these. She explained it that you don't need more than 3 hashtags. And I see a lot of folks, you know, they'll fill up, if you have 500, as an example on TikTok, you have 500 characters that you can fill out in the space where you can put the hashtags. So in that little description section, you can put a description if you want, or you could fill that up entirely with different types of hashtags. Some people will fill that up with 10 to 15 different hashtags. But you have to ask yourself, are all these hashtags helping my video or not helping my video? Ultimately, the decision comes down to you. It's not me. I'm not going to be the one who decides how many hashtags you use. It's you. Okay. Now, however, okay, the 3 types or styles of hashtag that you want to be using are, one, you can do a hashtag about yourself, who you are, what you're into. So, you know, examples could be, and again, these are just examples. SAH dad. What is SAH short for in hashtag form, right? What is SAH? Okay. Who can tell me that? So if you see hashtag, right? Yeah, there you go. Stay at home. So hashtag stay at home dad, right? We also have hashtag WFH. What is WFH short for? And this is gonna come into play when I actually share my screen and show you guys what I'm talking about here. So yeah, WFH, work from home. Now, you could spell out stay at home. You could spell out work from home. But again, once you get into that realm, that style of hashtag, that's going to have more and more and more views. That's going to have millions, possibly billions of views. When you abbreviate it, it's going to have less views. So again, just kind of thinking outside the box here a little bit. Okay. Now, so examples of who you are, as an example, like Kirsty, one of the hashtags that she used is Colorado moms. She's a mom and she lives in Colorado. Okay. For me, I could do hashtag Myrtle Beach dads, or, you know, hashtag Myrtle Beach men, Myrtle Beach guys, Myrtle Beach dudes, you know, a little bit about me, who I am, where I'm from, that type of thing. Right. So think about what you want the hashtag to say and represent about you. Okay. Does that make sense? Comment makes sense if that makes sense so far. Okay. Second thing, hashtags about your video. Now, the second and the third thing, so the hashtags about your video and the hashtags about your niche could blend together and be very gray and almost kind of seem like the same thing. But you also want to think about how to differentiate that, how to make those a little bit different. So as an example, if I was, just like I did for those of you guys that caught Focus Friday last week. All right. So Where did I do, if anyone remembers, if anyone was on live on Focus Friday last week, where was I specifically? Where was I when I made Focus Friday? What was I doing when I was live with you guys, right? Okay. Yes, I was at the pool. Okay. So if I wanted to make a piece of content about the video, I could say, all right, I could say hashtag pool lifestyle. I could do hashtag, I'm just making stuff up here, but swim and earn, just little things about what the video is. Like, we're poolside, we're beach. You could do a video from the beach. You could do a video from the park. You could do a video at your job, right? Making extra money, hashtag making extra money at work. If you guys are recording content in your break room or in your car while you're sitting at your job or whatever, like hashtag making extra money at work, whatever that is, right? So you could do, guys, do me a favor. Some of you guys are drawing on the screen. Please don't do that. It's really rude and it's really annoying. So please stop. Thank you. So figure out where your video is, what you're doing, and making hashtags that are about your video. Okay. So you can, again, if every single video is the same and you're not thinking big enough, about your video and about your niche could sound and seem very, very similar. But you can kind of take where you guys are, what you're doing in the video, and make hashtags about the video itself. Okay. So again, hope that makes sense. Now about your niche, what are we doing? We're marketing online. We're making money online. We target affiliate marketing, network marketing, online marketing, right? We also target work from home in 2023, make money from home, right? Again, when you get into the niche, all right, when you guys get into the niche, this is where you want to be careful not to go for the big monster hashtags. Hashtag make money online, hashtag work from home, those types of things. This is where you need to get a little more creative, which is why I kind of said, WFM or WFH, work from home in 2023, that will have way less views versus hashtag work from home. Hashtag work from home will have billions, where hashtag work from home or WFH in 2023 might have 1 million or maybe less. I haven't actually checked that one, but we can go check that one out. The other thing, just to give you guys an idea, is to play around with the wording. And this is where you're going to have to get a little creative. You're going to have to get a little resourceful, where it's almost like you guys have like a thesaurus in your brain, right? Where make money online would be the common one. So if we were going to break that down and look at it like make money, just think to yourself, what's another way to say make money without, like, pretend you're playing a game, like you're playing one of those guessing games or whatever it is with a group of people. Instead of using the two words make money, a substitute for that would be earn income. I can tell you, earn income has way less views than make money. It's the same thing. Okay. So you're going to have to get a little resourceful. Okay. Yeah, Bill, there you go. Synonyms. So there you go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unshare my screen for half a second here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up TikTok. I'm going to pull up Instagram, and I'm going to pull up Facebook, and we're going to go and we're going to look at what this thing looks like. And what I'm going to actually do is we're going to look at the same exact hash, just for reference. We're going to look at the same exact hashtag on all three platforms, because here's the deal, guys. I want you guys to realize this. Not all hashtags are created equal, meaning a hashtag that you really want to use, it might have 50,000 views on TikTok, but you go over to Instagram and it's got 1 million views. So you might not be able to use the same hashtag on all three platforms. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a lesson. I'll give you guys a little bit of a pro tip. Okay. So let me see if I can share my screen here. I'm going to try to share onto my phone. Oh, look at that. Boom. So there you go. So quick thumbs up if you guys can see my phone. All right. Thumbs up, visual thumbs up, comment thumbs up if you guys can see that. All right, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Sonia. So first thing that I did is I took the 3 major platforms, and I'm giving you guys the end result here before we get to what it looks like. Okay. Now this is just a notepad on my phone, and most of you guys have this. Okay. This is literally just a notepad, right? So you guys can, I'm sure you guys have notepads on your phone. What I did is I went to Instagram and I found hashtags that I want to use. What you guys can do right now, okay, these are the hashtags that I use. If you want, take 5 seconds and take a screenshot of this if you really want to. The only thing obviously you guys don't want to do is underneath Facebook, I have my own website right there. Don't use my own site. You guys want to use your own site. But to give you guys an example, I have all of my hashtags that I use every day pre-saved. So when I go to post on TikTok, Facebook, Insta, I don't have to search for hashtags because I already did the work. I saved the hashtags here in my notepad. So as an example, whenever I go to post on TikTok, I literally do this. I go to select, scroll down, okay, and I copy it. Okay. Guys, make sure your mics are muted, please. I copy it, and then I literally go over to TikTok. So we'll go find TikTok. Okay, right here. And when I go to post a video, it's literally as simple as this. Hey, what's up? So I'm just going to grab any video. I'm going to grab this right here. Okay. Wait for that to load. Once we get to this point right here, this is where you put your characters. All right. So the spot where you're going to put your hashtags, all right, is literally right up in here. So I could fill this whole space. See, all I do is I hit paste and boom, there's all my hashtags because I already went ahead and did the work ahead of time. So I know what hashtags I'm going to be putting in there. All right. Pretty simple, pretty easy, right? So once you figure out what hashtags you guys want to use for each of the individual platforms, save them to a notepad. And then whenever you go to post content, all you gotta do is copy it, paste it, put it in here. And then you literally just, I would post the video just like that. However, what we're going to do right now is I want to pick one of these hashtags just to give you guys an idea. All right. So this one right here. Okay. I got Earn Income Online 2023. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that one. And then I'm literally going to delete everything in here. And we're going to take a look at this. So give me 2 seconds just to delete all this. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about, where not all hashtags are created equal. Okay. So here's a perfect example. All right. Let me clear that out. Earn Income Online 2023. 8.1 million views. Right? So does that fit into the pocket of less than 250,000 views? No, not really. Right? So what can we do to, well, actually, you know what? Hang on. Let me go back to this. Right? So we can see here, it's got 8.1 million views. Right? So what I'm going to do now. So now let's show the comparison. Okay. We're going to go over to Facebook, right? We're going to go to Reels. All right. I'm going to go to create a reel. Doesn't really matter what video I use. I'm just going to grab the same one right here. Okay. Now I'm going to post the same exact hashtag. Okay. You guys see the difference? It's got 1,000. Has 1,000 plus posts. Hasn't hit 5,000 yet. It's 1,000 plus posts. So meaning this hashtag. Now, let me ask you guys this. You guys answer this question. if I were to use this hashtag, is this hashtag going to help me more? Okay. Is this hashtag going to help me more on Facebook, which is what we're on right now? Or is it going to help me more on Instagram? Which one? Facebook or Instagram? Okay. Yeah, it's obviously going to help me a lot more on Facebook because it has way less views. This is what I mean by not all hashtags are created equal. So if I were to go over to Instagram, again, I would get a completely different number. So let's bounce back over to TikTok, okay? So what we want to do, if we want to talk about earning income online in 2023, this is where you need to get a little creative, right? So instead of earning income online, earn income from home. Let's see where this one goes. From home. We'll see what this one looks like. So here we have a lot more options. Okay. So what you can see is right off the bat, when I go look over here. All right, let me just get my little draw tool. You can see right off the bat, the very top one, earn income from home, has 1 million views. Little high, but we have other options. We have work income from home, 418,000 views. And then it goes down. Can you use an older hashtag? You know, that's 2022 versus 2023. Sure. If you wanted to, 127,000 views. That's really right in the pocket that we want to use. But again, this is where you need to get a little resourceful, a little creative, you know, that type of thing, right? So let's look at another version of maybe something about you, right? So if I went to South Carolina, okay, South Carolina dads, see if that has anything. All right, so South Carolina dad, South Carolina days. So nothing I see that would really fit into kind of who I am with that one. So I may want to find another hashtag, right? So if I did, let's see, work from home dad, obviously that one's going to have a lot, right? But we can scroll down and see if there's anything else in here. Work from home dad life. Let me clear this out here so you guys can see this. This is a cool one. Work from home dad life. You could even create, this would really be a great hashtag if you were doing a video about your day-to-day life. That's where this hashtag would really fit in. Okay. Does that make sense? You know, you could do that about you. And this is what's cool about hashtags, guys. Like you could put them into different pockets, different categories. Work from home dad life, or WFH dad life, could be about you, but it could also be about the video, because you could do a really cool video walking around your house or being around your house, maybe showing your family. Maybe you're in the kitchen. Hey, literally cooking dinner, and I just made a $100 commission. Love this life, my friend. Think about how cool that video would be. Hey, I'm literally just sitting here. You could be stirring something on the stove, you know, work from home dad life. I'm just stirring some, you know, cacciatore on the stove, and I just earned $100, man. If you want to see how I did that, go right there. That's a pretty cool video right there, right? And it fits the pocket of the hashtag perfectly. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, of just being aware of the hashtags you're using and having them fit into the niche, the video, who you are, and fitting those pockets. So now, again, let's check out what I was just talking about here. Okay. So work from home dad life has, we'll just call it 60,000 views. Okay. It's got 60,000 views. It's this top one right here. So let me clear that out a sec. Boom. Over here on TikTok. Okay. So WFH dad life. Now we're going to come over to, we'll come back over here to Facebook, and we're going to look at the same exact hashtag. Okay. WFH dad life. Fewer than 1,000. So now let me ask the question. Would this hashtag help you more on Facebook or TikTok? What do you guys think? Would it help you more on Facebook or TikTok? What are your thoughts? Less than 1,000 views or 1,000 posts over on Facebook and less than 60,000 views over on TikTok. Where is it going to help you more? Okay. Now, even though it has less than 1,000 over on Facebook, can you still use it? Should you still use it? Would you still use it? That's the question. I'm asking you, would you still use this hashtag? If this hashtag resonated with you, would you still use it? Okay. Now, if you answered yes, you're right. If you answered no, you're right as well. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's what resonates with you. That's what's most important about this whole training tonight is the hashtag needs to resonate with you. Okay. So you could absolutely use this hashtag over on Facebook. Now, let's play around with this a little bit over here on Facebook. So we knew that work from home dad over here on TikTok, okay, 5.9 million views, work from home dad. So we took the life off. Now we'll go over to here and we'll do the same thing. Okay. Look at that. Work from home dad, 5,000 posts. This is really in your pocket now. If you're a work from home dad, this is really in your pocket over here on Facebook. Okay. So this is why you should experiment. And this is what I did. So this is literally what I did right here. I took those three, we'll call them 3 types or 3 styles of hashtags. And I started playing around with hashtags here on Facebook. So as an example, I did work from home dad. I did a whole bunch of other ones, right? And I filled all this out. I did hashtag this, hashtag that. If I just go and I hit space, hashtag side hustle challenge. I'm just putting stuff in here, guys. So for the sake of this, what we're doing right now. So I put a whole bunch of hashtags in here, right? I figured out which hashtags I wanted to use that fit into those 3 categories: about you, about your video, and about the niche. Then once I had those, what did I do? Once I can figure out, there we go. I select all, I copied those, and then I went back to my notepad, and then I took my little Facebook tab, which is right here, and I pasted all my hashtags onto my notepad. Okay. And then I went ahead and I did the same thing over here with TikTok. I figured out all the hashtags that I want to use, saved them, came back over here to my notepad, and then I pasted them right here. Okay. So it's a process, guys, and it's not a perfect process. It's not a perfect process. You just got to play around and experiment with your hashtags. Okay. That's it. Play around and experiment with your hashtags and figure out which ones are going to work the best for you. So let me unshare my screen, but I just want to show you guys those examples that you really need to know that not all hashtags are created equal. The same hashtag that might work really well over on TikTok might not work as well over on Facebook, and vice versa. The same hashtag that might work really well over on Facebook might not work at all over on TikTok because one has 1 billion views and the other one's got 100,000 or 50,000 or whatever it is. So just make sure you guys go through that process yourself, experiment, look at the 3 different styles, 3 different types. What I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to drop you guys. Give me 1 second here. This document, so you guys can have for reference. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this over here in the Zoom. So give me 1 second. All right, so let me paste that right in there. That's the document that I just went over with. So you guys can go ahead and snag that, use that as a reference point, and just start playing around with that, guys. Okay. That's going to be the best way for you guys to just figure that out. All right. And again, the easiest thing that you guys could do, just like I showed you, once you figure out which hashtags you want to use on each individual platform, save those on a notepad. So that way, every single time you guys go to post your content, you don't have to figure it out all over again. You just go over to your notepad on your phone, copy it, go over to TikTok, Facebook, Insta, and you just paste it right in there. It will save you a ton of time. Okay. So hopefully Hopefully that's helpful. Where are we here? Why isn't this pulling up? Oh, there it is. All right, good. Boom, 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 boom. All right, there we go. Other thing I want you guys to do is once we're done here, I'm going to drop the comment in here in a second. Make sure that you guys head on over to, because if I don't mention this, Kirsty's going to kick my butt. So make sure you guys go over to the Facebook group and comment on what you guys got for value from tonight's training. I'm also going to put that in the document as well, so you guys can go see that here. I'm just going to put down here 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. Collab over on our Facebook group thread here. And I'm going to put this in here. So you guys, when you're on this document, you guys can head on over to the Facebook group right there. Boom. There you go. All right, cool. So that being said, what do you guys have for questions? Do you guys have any questions about hashtags, anything I covered tonight? Please keep it high level, meaning, you know, make sure it's a good question. But if you guys have any questions, pop it in there and let me know. So yeah, Josh, to answer your question, Josh asked, you know, my content seems to be stuck around 250 views. Should I change up my hashtags? If you guys have the same amount of views, you know, video after video after video, it's not your hashtag. I guarantee you it's not your hashtag. Look at your videos. The most important thing I can tell you guys about video views is this. All right. And this is for everybody. And I literally deal with this on a daily basis, trying to help some of you guys out, trying to help you guys kind of navigate your way through getting more views, getting your videos seen more. So I want you guys to realize this. Okay. This is important. If you want people interested, you have to be interesting. Okay. I'll say that again. If you want people interested, you have to be interesting. If your videos aren't interesting, in other words, if you're doing the same thing, if you're posting the same type of video over and over and over and over again, it's going to be a snooze fest. Your videos, you know, that's why you may not ever get past 200 views or 10 views or single digit views. You got to mix it up, change your background. But importantly here, this is really going to help you guys out here. This specific video right here, this is why we talk about this Fast Start Guide Part 2 after your first 24 hours, okay? Short form video training right here. This is where inside here you have the 4-point formula. You should all be studying this content here. Study it, study it, study it, and apply it, apply it, apply it. Get better and better and better every single day. Study it and apply it, study it and apply it. The 4-point video formula for short form videos: hook, build up, present value, call to action. Every single one of your videos should be following this 4-point formula. Okay. Then if you're doing that and you're doing that consistently, then what you want to be doing is changing up your videos. I've seen some of you guys in your content and you're shooting the same video from the same spot with the same background every single day. Move around, change the background, change the viewpoint, record content in different rooms, different parts, different areas, move around. Okay. Make your videos different. Give the viewer a reason. Okay. Give the viewer a reason to want to watch your content. Okay. But if you're doing the same thing all the time, you know, it's going to be tricky. So anyway, I trailed off on that one a little bit, but so, all right, I'm going to go back, check out some of these questions. So does the concept of the hashtag apply to music too? Honestly, for me, I don't use music in my videos. So for me, music really doesn't play a big part, but if you're doing, but that's also the difference between speaking versus non-speaking videos. If I do use music as an example, when and I also talk about this in the editing process in Fast Start Guide Part 1. In the taking action video, I specifically mention music and using it in CapCut, I typically use, the only music that I use is the trending music. That's all I use. But again, if you're going to use music in your videos, personally, what I would do is I would not use the same music every single time. Mix it up. Pick music that matches the vibe of your video as best as you possibly can. Okay. So anyway, so let me just go back through here. Cool. Andrew says, this is my first time on Teachable Tuesday and it's freaking awesome. Andrew, you rock. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. So Mark says, should you change up your hashtags or use the same ones over and over again? The best way, here's the best way to determine that. Do a split test, and your data is going to be your guide. I can sit here and I can tell you, oh yeah, you want to change it every 30 days. You want to change it every 7 days, every 6 months, every 12 months. But at the end of the day, it's your content. And the thing is, guys, there's no right or wrong answer here, because the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If I'm using certain hashtags and certain styles of videos that's applicable to me, and my videos are getting thousands of views, I'm not going to stop. I'm not really going to alter that much because it's working. So what you can do is just do a split test. Do a 7-day period, and anybody can do this. Do a 7-day period and say use 3 hashtags that you really like, fitting into the 3 pockets about you, about the niche, about the video, right? And use 3 hashtags and use those same hashtags for 7 days straight. Or you can do 14 days, whatever you want to do. And then record the data. How many views on average am I getting per video across 7 days? And then the next 7 days or the next 14 days, do 3 completely different hashtags and record that data again using the 3 different hashtags. How many views are you getting on average? Roughly doing the same style of content, the same style of video. So that way you can really drill down and split test and figure out which hashtags help you more. And then at the end of that split test period, you should have some data that says, hey, my videos did better with these 3 hashtags versus these 3. That's really the only way to tell if you should be switching it up. Otherwise, if you're not testing it and you're not, recording your numbers or measuring your data or looking at your metrics, it's really just a guessing game. You're going with whatever feels best for you. But if you want to know your data, measure it out. That's the best way to know. So hope that helps. So Trent, good question. What hashtags to use if someone's from another country other than the US? Obviously you want to get more views, or maybe you specifically want to get more views in the US. So, you can definitely use hashtags that are specific to a certain location. Hashtag Bermuda this, hashtag Aruba that. You could certainly do something like that if you want. I personally have not experimented with that, so I don't know if that does or does not work. But again, you could split test your own data. You could run a certain series of videos that are only using hashtags outside of your country. So if you're in the United States, you could do the same thing. If you want to appeal to people in South America, Colombia, whatever, you could run a series of videos that has only for hashtags in that other country. Again, you're going to have to split test that and measure your own data and figure it out. I don't 100% know the answer to that one, but I do know that you can split test your own data and figure it out. Okay. All right, cool. Dave, thank you for that. All right, Mark, thank you. Appreciate that. Nancy, what do you got? So Nancy asks, so for the 3 types of hashtags, we should use 1 to 3 in each category or in each video. Again, the number of hashtags, guys, is totally up to you. You can use 3 I would use a minimum of 3 hashtags per video. My opinion. Again, you're going to have to play around with it. You're going to have to figure out what works best for you. but I would do a minimum of 3 hashtags per video. So if that makes sense. Okay. All right, Michael, you keep unmuting. Make sure that you guys keep your mics muted, please. So anyway, first time here, joined on Sunday. Trisha, welcome. Thank you for being here. Awesome. What is the best source for free trending music? When you're editing your videos, my recommendation is to just keep everything in CapCut. I think that's the easiest way to do it. That's what we teach in the Fast Start Guide. Or if you want to, some people do this. Some people will edit their videos in CapCut and not put any music to it. And then based on Insta, Facebook, or TikTok, use a trending music on one of those platforms. Because if you're looking for the music to help you and help your video, you may want to upload the music on that specific platform, because the same sound that could be trending on TikTok might not be trending on Facebook or Instagram, just like a hashtag. So again, kind of play around with that. But for me, most of my videos, I don't use music because I'm speaking in most of my videos. And when I do use music, I just grab whatever's in CapCut, because I'm not gonna try to get my video to go viral based on a sound. I want my video to go viral based on me. So hope that makes sense. All right, cool guys. I don't see any more questions coming in, so we're gonna rock out. Make sure again, you guys head on over to the Facebook group and go ahead and put some comments in there. I put that on the document as well. So the document also too, guys, will be available at the replay, which is teachabletuesdayreplays.com. So tonight's training will be there probably at the latest by tomorrow morning. So if you guys, came on halfway, didn't catch the whole thing, you guys can go catch that tomorrow. So hopefully you guys got great value from today. And hashtags, guys, you guys got to remember this, like hashtags are not going to make or break your video. It's literally, if you were to picture an ice cream sundae, right? The bulk of the video, the bulk of the ice cream sundae is the ice cream, the just awesome ice cream. So if like you're a Ben & Jerry's fan, if you're a Hood fan, if you're a Breyers fan, I don't know, these might be New England ice creams, but the bulk of it is the ice cream. Everything additional, like the whipped cream and the cherry on top, like the cherry on top is the hashtag. It's just a little something to help your video out a little bit. That's all it is. What's going to get your video views and what's going to get your channel traction and what's going to help you get leads and sales is good quality content, good quality videos, which is why I referenced earlier going back to Fast Start Guide Part 2 and diving into that short form video training, studying it and apply it, study it and apply it. Okay. That's the best way to deliver great content and get views. That's it, right? The hashtags are just a little something on top. That's it. All right, guys, very much appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys got crazy value from tonight's training. Again, make sure you pop over to the Facebook group, drop a comment in there and what you guys learned and what the takeaways were from tonight. If you guys have any additional questions, you can pop them in on the replays, teachabletuesdayreplays.com over on the YouTube channel, or you can go to the Q&A thread in our Facebook group, which is again right up at the top in the pin featured posts up there. Otherwise, everybody have an awesome night. I appreciate you. Get out there, keep rocking, keep driving. Don't ever freaking quit and just keep going, guys. Appreciate you. And we'll catch you guys later.